Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care. If this is your first time joining us, I'm Candy Washington, and this is your safe place to learn how to glow up and to step into the most empowered version of yourself. That is right. And that is in alignment with today's topic, which is how to invest in yourself. We so freely invest in our children, our significant others, our businesses, whatever the case may be, but we cannot forget to invest back in ourselves. So with that being said, I'm currently manifesting this podcast and YouTube channel going viral. So don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, and review, and to share. Head over to Instagram at Candy Washington, give me a follow, and I will show you some love. So with that, let's dive into today's episode, which is how to invest in yourself. So, I'm not going to talk about investing in your business or your side hustle or anything like that, because I think there's a lot of info out there about that. We're going to talk about how to invest in your own well-being, because when you invest in yourself, what you get is a feeling of wholeness, completeness, joy, inner peace, worthiness, well-being, all of the good things, right? When you take the time to invest back in yourself. And that is the best return on any investment that you can make. So the first thing to do is have a holistic self-care practice. So what I mean by that is know the tools and the practices for you when it comes to your mind, body, spirit. So what's your physical self-care practice? Are you a runner? Do you like to swim? Do you do yoga, Pilates? Do you like to walk? Do you like to dance? Whatever it is to take care of yourself physically. Are you doing that? Are you looking after your physical health? Are you eating, good foods? And I don't mean like restricting any foods or doing any type of like fad diets. I just mean knowing what works for your body. Still treating yourself from time to time and still having fun, but are you eating the food that really nourishes your body? Are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you drinking enough water? Are you hydrated? And then also with your self-care practice, do you have a mental practice for looking after your mental health, right? Do you take breaks when you need to take breaks? Do you have a support system of people that you can talk to? What do you do to take care of your mind? What do you do to take care of your mental state? Do you journal? Do you meditate? Do you do something creative? Do you connect back to nature? Figure out what works for you. No one self-care plan or practice fits all. You have to figure out what works for you, but make that a priority. Make taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, make that a priority. And I believe it should be holistic spirit. And by spirit, I don't mean anything like religious. This isn't about any particular religion, but, what do you do to connect to something higher than yourself? If you believe, and if you don't, that's totally fine too. But what do you do to connect to that greater infinite love, infinite spirit, infinite wisdom, whatever you want to call it, universe, source, whatever. What is your relationship to that? And if you don't believe, again, that's totally fine. But what is your relationship to that? How do you take care of yourself holistically? That is a huge investment in your own well-being. Taking care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. That is the biggest investment you can do on taking care of your own well-being. Again, learn what works for you. Learn what soothes you. Your self-care practice should be unique to what your own needs are. The second way is to get a mentor or a life coach, right? Again, I'm not talking about your business or your side hustle, how to invest in being an entrepreneur, none of that. I'm talking about investing in your own well-being. Do you have someone in your life? I don't mean a friend or a family member. I mean someone who is objective, who mentors you in the aspect of your own well-being, whether that is a therapist, whether that's a life coach, whether that's a spiritual coach or whatever it may be. Maybe it's a mindset mentor, whatever it is. But do you have someone in your life that can really help you in that area? You can sort of, you can check in with the things that you're struggling with. You can check in with for advice and guidance on different things that's not related to making money, building a business, being a boss babe, all of that stuff, which is great, but not right now. Do you have someone who pours into you in that way and that you can really look to for guidance on how to live your most empowered life? So find a mentor, spiritual coach, whatever it is, but find someone who you can look to that can pour into you, that can give you guidance, that can give you wisdom, and that can really be there for you. The third is continue to learn, right? This doesn't have to be learning how to, get Instagram followers for your business and all that stuff. No. But like learn a new skill. Like, do you want to learn a language? Do you want to learn how to cook? Do you want to learn how to? I'll get personal. Like I'm gonna take swim lessons this summer because I learned how to swim when I was younger, but then I stopped and I want to get back into it. So, what is there any type of life skill or just any type of skill that you don't have that you want to have? It could be a language, it could be an activity, it could be a sport, it could be painting, it could be anything. But something that just you want to cultivate in yourself. Learn that new skill. Take the time out to, get someone to show you how to do it. Download an app, take the time out, read the book, whatever it is. Whatever skill that you wish you had or that you want to explore, go for it. Now is the time. This is your life. The fourth is get help, right? Ask for help, yes, and then also actually get help. And so this can also be a part of the whole like entrepreneur, build a business, whatever it is part, but I just mean in general, get help. So say you are a parent and you just feel really, I don't know, like spread too thin when it comes to taking care of your children. Maybe that means getting a nanny. Maybe that means getting an au pair. Maybe that means getting a babysitter. Just get some help, get some relief. Maybe that means joining a, mommy and me or a daddy and me club, to get some support or help, You could also get help if you are starting a business or you are an entrepreneur and you're doing everything yourself. Maybe that means hiring a virtual assistant. Maybe that means hiring a digital manager or somebody else who can help take those things off of your plate, right? So get help. Get people in your life who can help you with it, right? And again, we're talking about your self-care plan, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, right? So get some help with that. Say you have any issues with your weight or eating. I don't mean being overweight. I just mean in general. It could be also underweight. It could be whatever it is. And I don't want to tie your weight like a number to being healthy or not, because that's not true. But I'm just saying in general, like say that's an area where you want help in. Maybe that means getting a physical trainer, right? Or, maybe you need help with learning that new skill. Maybe that means getting your private coach to help you learn that new skill. But get help. Know that you don't have to do this by yourself. And a big way to invest in yourself is to get an expert in the space to help you through it. And then also when you get help, it also creates the space, the time that you would have spent being spread too thin, or the time that you would have spent doing a million things. You now free that space up. And when you free up space in your life, that is when you create the place for miracles to come in. When you declutter, when you create this space, whether it's in your mind, whether it's in your physical, what you're doing, right? When you free that space, universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, when you free a space, it will fill it with something better than what used to be there. But you have to free up that space, so get the help. The fifth is set goals and intention and then take action for your life. I don't mean be stringent, like I need to have X, Y, and Z by this date and this is my goal. No, I mean more of just in essence, a feeling of I want to be doing this by then. I want to have this by then, and be loose with it. Be intentional, but be loose. Like don't make it like you're competing or you have to do it or it's like you fail if you don't get it or anything like that. You want to be intentional, but you want to be loose. You want to allow flexibility. You want to allow flow, but have goals in mind, have intentions in mind. And if you don't have anything that's specific, It can be a general feeling. Like, who doesn't want to, have more free time to travel, have more free time to spend with my family. I want to triple my income. I want to have more energy. You can get just very vague with it. And then as you get vague with it, and the more you work on it, then you'll get more clear on what that actually looks like. But have a goal, but like, think about your life. Think about what you want to experience in this life. And then set your intentions that way. It is my intention to have more financial freedom. Therefore, I'm going to do this. It is my intention to, find new friends who are, up leveling and they're genuine and supportive friends. Therefore, I'm going to do this. It is my intention, to have a healthy romantic relationship. Therefore, I'm going to do this. So really assess your life. Think about what do you want in this life? What do you want to experience? What do you want to have? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? And then invest in becoming that version of yourself, right? The next is switching your mindset. And what I mean by this is sometimes we feel guilty, sometimes we feel selfish if we stop and take time to take care of ourselves, to invest in ourselves, to focus on ourselves. But your mindset really should be, my well-being is my first and best priority, because it is. It's not selfish. You shouldn't feel bad about it. You shouldn't feel guilty about it. It's actually what your job is as a healthy, fully functioning human being, is to take care of yourself, not to the detriment of other people. I'm not talking about toxic selfishness. I'm talking about healthy selfishness, where you take care of yourself, where you honor the space you take up, where you reflect, where you're self-aware, where your yes is a yes and your no is your no, and you know who you are and you stand in that. And you accept yourself for who you are, but you continuously work in service of the higher version that you're becoming. So switch your mindset. It is your job to take care of yourself fully and first. The next is to get out of your box, right? This is a big way to invest in yourself, is in your well-being. Get out of your box. Travel. Meet new and different people. Your friend circle is great, keep them. But maybe meet new people. Maybe meet new people who you think you have nothing in common with. Maybe meet new people who you think, you would never really talk to or hang out with. Learn new cultures. Try something new. Take a risk. I'm not saying be reckless. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying take a reckless risk, but take risks. Try and fail. Do something and fail. Just get out of your box. Get out of your comfort zone. Go someplace new. Try something new. Meet someone new. Do something differently. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? But get out of your box. If you see the same people and do the same things and eat the same foods and have the same conversations over and over and over again, that is stunted. That is no room for growth. There's nothing wrong with it, but you're not really growing or expanding as a person. So get out of your comfort box. Get out of your neighborhood, go somewhere new, try some new foods, meet some new people, experience different cultures. Get out of your own box, right? The ninth is create healthy boundaries. If you had an investment in anything, you wouldn't let anyone just come and take from that investment. Say you had a retirement investment, and you put this money in your little nest egg and you're investing in it. You're not going to let Tom, Dick, and Harry just come and take money out and take money out, and take money out, take money out. No, right? You're going to have some boundaries around that. You're not allowed to just take. That's not okay. Treat yourself the same way. Your time and energy presence is way more valuable than any money or nest egg you ever had. So why do you allow people just to take, and take, and take without any type of standards or boundaries or requirements, right? Even if you want to take your own money out, if you want to take it out early, that might be a penalty. There might be some interest, there might be this to pay, there might be a fee, right? There are standards and restrictions to even take your own money out of your own investment at times. So why are you so freely allowing everyone to take your time, energy, mental space, psyche, presence, without having any type of restrictions, boundaries, or standards. Get very clear on how people can and cannot treat you and what people can and can't expect from you. And have healthy boundaries. No, I cannot do that. No, thank you. Yes. Yes, please, or whatever it is. But get clear on what your boundaries are. Don't just let people take. You are your biggest investment. Your most precious investment is your well-being, how you feel about you, your mental and emotional and physical well-being. That is more important than anything else in this world. So get clear on who can make withdrawals. Make sure people are depositing back in, right? Or if they're going to take a withdrawal, what is the standard for them to have access? What are the restrictions, right? And that could look like, at work, sorry, I can't work this weekend. Or you don't have to, you don't have to apologize, but like, no, I can't work this weekend or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe it's in a relationship. I'm not interested in having sex until we have a commitment, right? Don't let people just take from you and withdraw from you without having standards and restrictions and boundaries. Invest in who you are. Honor your time, your space, your presence, and your energy. The 10th is give yourself grace and time to grow, right? So just like, again, we're talking about any investment, there's a gestation period. There's an investment period where you need just time and space to grow. So give yourself grace and time to grow. Don't think you have to get it right or, you have to be perfect. You have to set these goals and make these goals. You have to do this, and this. No. This isn't about creating expectations for yourself and whether or not you get a gold star or not. This is about really learning who you are. What are your preferences? What do you like? What do you don't like? Who you are authentically, and then honoring that person. That's what this really is about. So give yourself grace and time to learn about yourself, to invest in yourself, and then to watch your investment flourish. Are you happier than you were? Are you more joyful than you were? Are you healthier than you were? Are you more confident than you were? Are you more at peace than you were? Those are the benchmarks, right? And then last but not least, and my favorite one, celebrate yourself and celebrate your life and express gratitude for who you are. Learning to love, celebrate, and be grateful for yourself is the biggest way to invest in your own well-being. I personally, every single day, I do at least one thing that is just for my own pleasure and enjoyment. It could be small, could be big, could be little, could be whatever. At least one thing a day where I'm like, this is just for Candy. This is just for me, just because I want to. And I also celebrate myself. Not just the big wins, but the little wins. I said I was going to do X, Y, and Z today. I checked everything off. Let's celebrate. Or it could even be anything of, I had a really, negative loop going on in my head about something, but I had the awareness, I caught it, and I turned it around. Wow, really good self-awareness, really good consciousness. Let's celebrate that, right? So it doesn't have to be these tangible wins. It can just be whatever in the moment. You're like, you know what? I'm honoring myself a little bit more. I'm a little bit healthier. I'm a little bit more healed. I'm a little bit more X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your life. And be grateful for the life that you have as it is. Yes, we're going to invest in ourselves. Yes, we're going to keep growing. Yes, we're going to keep growing up. But in this moment, surrender to your life and be grateful that you have it. So there you have it. Those are my ways on how to invest in yourself and in your own well-being. Again, I am manifesting this podcast and this YouTube channel blowing up and going so viral. So be sure to like, rate, review, subscribe, and to share. Head over to candywashington.com, pick up some love collection stuff, pick up some of my books and everything else in between, and head over to Instagram at candywashington and show me some love, and I will show you some love back. So be sure to comment below, let me know your thoughts, and until next time, everyone, be well, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!